Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley.
I'm Chemda.
Today's guest, headline Caroline's Comedy Club, voted the funniest comic in Cincinnati. Holy shit. The whole city. And now he's here in New York. Let's learn about that Cincinnati sensibility. I know I'm in. Somebody said, do you want a comic from Cincinnati? I said, the best. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Bachus.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm not even from Cincinnati. I'm from Indiana.
Wow, you're really showing off
so
now.
I went there and I was like, I'm taking this trophy home, and I did.
They call it carpet bagging, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Good for you.
But you know what? I came to New York and I used it as a credit once, and somebody said, Raul Perez brought me up on the stage and he said, your next comic come to the stage, won the funniest comics in Cincinnati contest. That's like being the 30th funniest comic in New York City. And I was like, oh, well, I'll never say that again, ever.
Well, it's a big country, you know. But hello nonetheless.
Yeah.
Matt, I follow on Twitter, of course. MattBachus, right?
Yes. Bachus.
That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got it.
I'm sure on dating apps, men are animals, but last night a woman messaged me, quote, I just ate a chicken pot pie at this bar and I'm ready to suck dick.
That's true. It did happen.
Well, that's good to know she's already fed.
Yeah.
Right?
That's nice.
She unmatched me that morning, and I was like, well, that's fair. I would probably do that.
Well, she just ate pie and is asking if you're up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt writes, just saw a woman's profile on Tinder whose entire bio is endgame spoilers. Nowhere is safe.
Is that really
Also true, yeah.
What a monster.
Now, what
I
happened?
reported her.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Now on these apps, you like to connect. You're on, I've already read 2 different apps that you're on. But do you go the final mile? I'm hearing people don't go on the actual dates. Whether it's nervousness or they just like a little bit of the attention. What is it with you?
I feel like I used to be very good about going on the dates, and now I don't really go on them anymore. And I feel like it's like a social media thing where it's like just kind of fun to talk to people. And my profile is, I mean, you can't take my profile too seriously. It's like, and my opening line is usually a joke. I think we've talked about this before, actually.
But do you get the women juiced up and then you just don't show up?
I don't know. I don't think so.
How far do you go? So you match on someone. Let's say we match. Go ahead.
Well, so we talk, and
Now, when we match?
Right.
Are you contacting me first?
Sometimes. There's tons of people. I have like 900 matches on Tinder, and it's like, and I've only talked to a few. I mean, that's over. I've been on these apps I've been on these apps for about 4 or 5 years now.
Okay.
No, but yeah, I don't really. I don't know. I don't try and lead people on. Like if somebody wants to meet up, I was like, I'll meet up. We'll meet up for drinks. But it's also, I feel like there's a lot of reciprocation of like, I'm busy, she's busy, and neither of us really put much forth effort.
So that's what you guys are talking about, how busy you guys are? Ugh.
No, we like talk, and then she's like, let's get a drink. And I'm like, all right, how's this? And she's like, how's that? And I'm like, well, I can't, but how's this? And then how's that? And then it eventually just dies.
Wow. Who the fuck is that busy? You can't find coffee time.
It's very hard for me to like, I don't know. It's such an investment to go.
That's what I know it is because I bet you have more free time than you're offering.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, but you don't want to
waste it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Because it's like, there's a lot of times where it's like, I could be doing something productive or something fun with my friends, but I know it'll be fun, as opposed to go meet a stranger where it's like, oh, 5 minutes in, we're like, well, we shouldn't be talking to each other.
And I think that's why adults don't make new friends, because it's like, oh, well, I have this friend that is guaranteed good time. And when I say good time, I don't mean like we're going to, jump off a building or something into a pool. It's like, I'm just going to be myself. I'm going to hang out. It's going to be easy. When we're kids, we're forced to continuously meet new people. So we do.
Right.
But yeah, that's no effort then.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah, I'll admit that. It's true. It's absolutely true.
So do you get lonely, or do you get like, well, any kind of way about it?
I feel like I've been like professionally, like as far as my career goes or whatever, I feel like that's been pretty fulfilling lately. So it's like, I don't really think I need that as much. Like
What's happening in people's professional life? Are you getting your dick sucked in your professional life?
I'm kind of over it.
You know this is separate, right? You're over getting your dick sucked.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not over it, but it's like, I feel like I put so much energy into like sex and like getting laid. And when I was in like I'm 28, but when I was in my early 20s, whatever, I put so much effort into getting laid. And I think I don't know. I'm ready.
How old are you?
I'm 28, but I'm not like old, but I'm just like when I first moved to New York, I was 24. I was like, just slinging it all around the city. And
Now you're 28 and you don't have the. You are the funniest person in Cincinnati.
I'm just tired of being horny all the time. Honestly,
I think you're the funniest person anywhere.
I'm just tired of being horny.
So are you not horny now?
I'm horny all the time, but it's just like a curse.
Yeah.
I just want it to be over with. They have these pills that are like make your dick bigger and harder. I need something to make it softer and smaller. I'm tired of being horny all the time.
Right. It's so overwhelming. It makes you give up.
It's
right?
like exactly.
Right.
It's a problem.
I get that. I was just celibate for 11 months, and then it's like, well, where do I aim this first? This is kind of weird, right?
It's just such a So
I think Matt gets weirded out when I talk about sex.
No.
Does it weird you out?
No.
Okay.
Well, she has a
Is
broken.
it weird that you're turning red?
Am I turning red?
It's weird that she has a broken leg, so her legs are up on the desk and a big Y.
Yeah.
And she's looking you in the eyes.
If you could not face me, it'd be fine.
Yeah. So you're horny all the time. Linda's in a relationship now, so calm down.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm aware.
Here's Matt on Tinder. Not Tinder. Sorry, Twitter. I woke up this morning to a text from an ex that's just said, "What's up, bitch? I own a house now." True story?
True story.
Oh my God.
True story.
I'd quit dating too.
True story. Yeah.
Who is this bitch? That's a little out of line.
We like dated off and on for like probably like a year. Okay. I don't know. That's just kind of the relationship we had, where it's like, whatever. I guess you win. I don't know what you mean to tell.
What did you say back?
I just give her a thumbs up emoji.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. I don't care. Congratulations, you own a house. I forget where she even lived then. She lived in like.
Does it bum you out a little bit? It'd be nice to win the breakup, right?
I mean, I don't care. No, it doesn't bother me. Whatever.
I don't know that his relationship goal was me buying a house separate from you. That's the thing. Like, if you're showing off about, like, hey, I got a house, I'm like, I don't know that that's what I wanted from our relationship.
Did you say that doesn't bother me? You don't even know me still.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I sent her a thumbs up and I blocked her on everything. No. It really didn't bother me. It's like, good for you. What do you mean to do? I don't care. Cool.
Do any of your ex-girlfriends bother you when you think about them?
I mean, there's always the one that broke up with me like a year and a half ago. I've been having dreams about her lately, which is very upsetting because I thought I was like doing well with the breakup and everything, and then she's been coming to my dreams, and I'm like, I hate this.
Right. Sad dreams or dreams like, look at my life?
No, sad dreams. Like I had a dream a couple nights ago where we were on like a boat, and she was like, she wouldn't talk to me. Like it was a big yacht boat, and she was like there, but we couldn't interact, and like I saw her, and it was very weird.
Oh, but you're not really dating that much, so
No.
it's your last relationship is still her in your head.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, and you really like her.
Yeah.
And you still don't have a reason to dislike her other than that she left you high and dry.
Well, she treated me really badly at the end, but even that is like, I don't know.
Could have been a phase.
Right, it could have been. She was, it was whatever. We were all going through a lot back then, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, she didn't do enough wrong for me to like hate her.
Oh, you're probably wrong.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, I guess if I look hard enough, if I look close enough, I could probably find something.
I mean, don't look too close at anything.
Right.
I mean, it ended terribly, but
yeah,
nothing stands
out. The last couple weeks were just brutal. She was just so mean. Where I'm like, wow, and it's so worse because it's like I was so comfortable. She was so nice. She made me feel so good, and then like for 2 weeks she was like mean, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, that'll throw you off.
What's happening? I'm like, you're supposed to be one of like my best friends.
Yeah.
And now you're like. It's like being pushed away from like she's on a boat and I'm on a raft being pushed away where I'm like, no, I'm supposed to be in that boat.
Right. I enjoy when they get too insane though, where it's like, oh, okay, you made this easier.
Well, okay, so recently that happened to me. My fucking brain broke, and I haven't told the entire story, but here's part of it. Here's where my brain initially broke. So I'm married at the time.
Okay.
And
I said, there's your boyfriend? No.
No.
Do I have to say everything? I'm my own person.
Do I have to say I don't have a boyfriend, or is that petty?
Right.
That's like on my mind. Okay, just had my tumor operation, open heart, about to go back to work, just maybe the first week of work, right after my, I think, 40th birthday. I find my husband on Craigslist soliciting in a hotel room for puss, right? Like blatantly posting Craigslist ads. His face and body fully in there, like not naked, but like explicitly saying everything, very obvious. You can't mistake it for anybody else.
Did he write, by the way, this would be egregious. Did he write looking for puss?
Yeah, come sit on my face is a quote.
All right.
So it's like there was no mincing words or anything.
It's still not as gross as puss.
Yeah. It's like you said, come sit your puss on my face. That's worse.
He's listening now going, don't misrepresent me. I didn't say puss.
I'm not an animal.
So that's like bad enough, right? So I find this. He didn't tell me about it. I find this, and then
How do you find it? You were trying to buy a watch on Craigslist?
Were you, where were you looking? Where you're like, I'm also trying to find puss.
The way my dad found out 86 is dirty.
Basically, yeah. Well, what happened was it was 2 months I was out of work, and for the last month I was like, something's up. This isn't cool.
Right.
I don't know. Like maybe we're in the same room too long together. He's had to like take care of me in lots of ways, and like a lot of focus is about me. Even when our friends come over, it's about me. So maybe like when I go back to work, things will get a little bit better. But I went back to work and it just seemed like everything was a secret. I couldn't get through to anything. So I turned on his computer and it turns out he's got like a couple different email accounts. And in one email account, it's all about like cheating on me. So
there was a whole folder called boring cancer stuff / taxes. And Kendra's like, you know what? I'm going to look in this.
It was like, what's his website? What's my email? cheatingonhemda@gmail.com. What is this?
basically. So
That's the thing with those passwords. Turns out you can just go, I need a new password, please. And you get the new password.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing. Like, one of the things that broke my brain was like, why don't you have passwords anymore? Like, it's almost like you want me to see this. My computer has a password. He knew all my passwords. I didn't always know his. I don't know. There's always changing. And this sounds so great now that I'm saying it, in hindsight.
Maybe do you think these people just care less? I remember when I was a kid and I would be clever stealing a Snickers bar from a store until one day I'm walking out with the Theater of Pain tape from Motley Crue with that protective don't steal thing still on, swinging it around like luggage as I'm walking out. Does it get like that?
Maybe it gets so normalized that you forget to close one browser, or like maybe you think you're on your own computer, or maybe you just think your wife is like a very honest, open, caring person. Whatever it is, you're wrong because you're being suspect. So once you're being suspect, I will check your shit. I don't want to.
Right.
That's the thing. Like, I would love to be in a relationship where I don't even feel like I need to check your shit. But once I check your shit, like, I should just break up with you because I would never look at anybody's thing. And as I say that, I'm like, I absolutely will because I did and I will. So basically though, every time you find something of someone's like that, you're teaching them how to cheat on you better next time. So you got to like find a newer way. But it doesn't matter. That happened and I'm like, "Oh, wow, this isn't even like flirting or like could be misunderstood by anything." So I bring this to him and he's like, I wasn't really asking. Like I was kind of flirting. I wasn't going to have them come over. I just wanted to, get that feeling or whatever. And I'm like,
Matt can understand.
Yeah, you're preaching to the choir.
Right. The thing is I'm like, okay, but my brain, I don't know what to do with it. So I'm just trying to stay calm. I got to go to work the next day. I go to work the next day. This is after like a blowout. Like, what the hell is happening? My whole world just broke. And I come home after that day and I record shows. I'm like, nobody knows what's happening. I didn't tell anyone. And I'm, regular jovial self. I come back home. I figure we're going to keep talking about this. We got to figure out something. I walk into the door and two of our mutual close friends, one of them being Xerxes, is in my apartment. He didn't tell me anyone was in my apartment. They're hanging out.
Is that so that you couldn't talk about it?
I don't know.
Right.
They're hanging out like nothing happened.
It's got to be.
And I walk in and I'm like, oh, maybe they're here because he's like, well, I had to talk to someone. And I'm like, great. Let's talk to people. Let's put it on the table. And I'm checking the vibe. I don't even know if they talked about it. So I'm checking the vibe. I'm like, are we talking about this? No, they're just having a normal hang. He's complaining his back hurts a little. So like Libby is massaging it a little bit. And I'm like, well, Libby shouldn't be doing this. Suddenly I'm massaging him. I'm like, what is happening?
He's good. I'm getting grapes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. What is happening in this world? I'm just trying to like be normal because if we're not bringing this up, then I have to act like nothing happened. And so that, I don't know how I brought that. I think something triggered it.
Well, you know why his back hurts? All that puss on your face.
Yeah.
It'll fuck with your
Yeah,
spine.
fuck with your spine.
So that's what I'm talking about is like this super sweet, always
Right.
caring about me. And then suddenly
How it turns and you're being like gaslit and manipulated. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're he looked at me dead in the face like nothing was happening.
Right.
Like Not even, oh, are you upset about something? Just like, how's your day?
Right.
And I don't know how to deal with
And
that.
you're like, what are you doing to me right now? It's like
Yeah.
you're being mind tricked.
Yeah, like, can you just hit me in the face?
Oh, yeah.
Can you just please just hit me in the face? And then it's black and white. I know that you're a crazy person, but this is making me crazy, and I don't know when I got crazy.
Right.
Oh, God. Yeah, one of the last times I hung out with my ex-girlfriend was she invited me over to hang out with her and her friend, and her and her friend were just mean to me the whole time. I'm like, what am I doing here? And then I started, like, it made me feel crazy, and then she was like, at one point I was like, you're making me feel crazy, and she was like, maybe you are crazy. And I'm like, I gotta go.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, it's brutal.
How does that? It's such a flip of a switch that you don't know. And then that's the thing. You're only thinking good things about her because this new person can't be the person. Her brain must have broke or something, and it's just confusing.
It was wild.
Yeah.
So.
Not as egregious, but in the vein of sitting on my face. You remember some time ago, I was at a party with my girlfriend. Oh, I was coming to the party. A lot of comics went to this party. And the guy happened to like make some move on her or hit on her. And she said something about, me and Keith are dating now. Okay. This person has been a guest on this show a few times. And she said, I'm dating Keith. And it's like, you come to a story and you're fucking Keith. If you're coming to a story, I'm in a story. Come and sit on my face.
Jesus.
Which, as a colleague,
Yeah.
you gotta say that to someone else.
Right.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Right.
And as a woman who had to hear that, like, oh, I'm sorry, were you next in line and I let Keith ahead of you?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my, I don't keep my storefront very well, do I? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Right. And she's telling me this whole
I'll sit on my face and sit on your face and fucking suffocate you to death and enjoy feeling your life disappear by my fucking pussy. You bitch.
Hemda's a Bond villain.
Anyway.
Pussy galore.
Yeah, I'm working out my thighs just to fucking snap your neck in half.
So, she's the one who tells me the story later. And as she tells me, she's like, but, he's just saying as a joke. I'm like, do you ever say that to guys as a joke? She goes, no, good point. He's pretty specific. You're going to fuck Keith, but not me. I knew you for years. We've been on the road together,
Right.
So he...
Also, what a compliment. Is that where you're going with Keith when you got my face to sit on?
Yeah.
Look at this face.
Yeah. Look at my bone structure.
Imagine this face, but wet.
Imagine his face, but you can't see it. Exactly. What you doing? You kind of know.
Okay,
disappears.
does this help?
Put your hand on your mouth. Picture this. Picture just my eyes.
You just kept doing this.
Yeah, the V sign.
Yeah.
So he's saying this is what I learned later. Comes down. I'm coming into the party. He goes, I didn't see him. He goes out of his way to find me. Hug hello. I think it's normal. It's like, motherfucker, you know what you just did too.
Right.
And then leaves. Now, this has been some time ago. He hasn't been on the show yet. He emails Hemda and says, hey, I ran into somebody, maybe as Andrea, somebody in the area. Mm-hmm. I just started thinking, can I be on the show again? And so Hemda writes to me, what do you think? And I go,
I have no control over this anymore.
Yeah.
I'm fine with him being on, but I'm pretty sure we have to bring it up if he does.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the thing. So,
And welcome Matt. Matt, do you have anything to explain?
Oh, man, you found it out it was me the whole time? Damn it.
I say, well, let me think about it. This was like 3 days ago. Hemda goes, okay, so what did you think the next day? I'm like, thinking about it. Secret is, I didn't think about it at all.
Right.
But I know.
This guy's not on your mind, Keith?
Here's the thing. Hemda says, and she's cool if I say no. But she's like, I will have to. I would just ignore it. But she's like, I am going to see this guy again. Kyle's like, well, he respects our relationship now. He understands, it's going to be a year soon. He gets it. So that's what's funny to me is that guys do have it the toughest now because women are used to letting it go because they have to.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have to decide what to do.
You do. And the thing is I'll let it go and I'll see him in the neighborhood and I don't give a shit because I know that that's part of the job. And I don't know, mind your fucking mouth. Like,
Right.
oh, I didn't get your email. Sorry. You know how all emails fucking disappear. Everyone gets your email.
Right.
Okay? Let's be honest. Once in a fucking 10 years, somebody doesn't get your email. Follow up. Sure. But yeah, fuck him. I don't give a shit.
I mean, am I supposed to, hey, Keith, if you're half friends with this guy, just talk about it, off the show first? No. Now I have to go out of my way?
Yeah, right. You don't have to put an effort for,
Right.
That's the same as like, oh, so you took out your dick. Why do you have to say it in public?
That he did it, right.
Yeah. So, Keith, why do you have to say it in public?
Well, I picture saying to this person, You know, if I said it on the show, hey, remember when you were like, you're fucking Keith, sit on my face, and you gave an address? And then I know what the answer would be. Oh, I was just joking around. We joke around like that. Then where could that go? Well, you must be a funnier comedian than me because I've never said it in my life and not mean it. Kyle has never said it, something sexual in her life and not mean it. No one has. I'm 45. You don't say it and not mean it.
That's a tough one for me, Keith. I understand what you're saying, but I have to believe that I have said it and not meant it.
Well,
and maybe I learned a lesson and guys take it seriously and I have to stop.
Right.
But I have.
Okay, well, thank God there's devil's advocate assholes like you that'll make him think.
Like if there's no sexual tension between me and my friend and they know that there's no fucking way that like I'm really asking them to sit on my face.
Okay, how about this?
Okay.
We have him on, but if he uses what you just said as reference, we get to kick him in the teeth and throw him out the window because obviously we know that's not what's happening here.
No,
there's no fucking question.
No, there's not. But what I can say is like, well, you know that I've been single for a year. Why haven't I sucked your dick yet? No offers? What the fuck? Happy to do that if anyone wants me to chime in. I love that shit.
I mean, I did make a joke like that to a friend once, and she was like, "Oh, we're like really good friends. That would never happen." I was like, "Oh, that was a joke. I don't want to. No."
Okay, so it could be a joke. I'm the odd man out here.
Well, no. I think
just because it could be a joke,
it wasn't a joke.
It doesn't mean
right. Okay, so that's what Matt's saying.
That was not
it wasn't a joke.
But I have been misunderstood. Like, I don't know. I could see both sides, but I don't think that was a joke.
No, but yours was a joke.
Mine was a joke.
So could have been a joke. There you go.
No, yours was not a joke.
I know.
Here's the difference, okay? Just because one is a joke and one is not a joke, it doesn't mean that you or Kyle or anybody who's getting thrown that joke can't tell the difference. I think when we say things like believe women, believe that they understand the difference between a joke and a not joke. And if Kyle's response to him saying that is what the fuck, then he should recognize his fucking dumb joke didn't land. So yeah, you can go to someone's hotel room and have sex with them or not have sex with them, but the difference is like you know people's intention and you know the difference. So it's not all of this has to be a joke or all of this has to be rape or all of this has to be one way. It's believe me when I say I know what he's up to and I know the kind of fucking weird joke that this person says and I'm not comfortable.
Right.
How many times did you say this joke to this woman?
One time. And
Okay,
then she
well, this
said
was
that.
multiple times.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. And also, it's like if it was a joke and if the person you were saying had been like, okay, would he have been like, I was just joking? No. He would not have been.
Right.
That's what a lot of guys do that, though. A lot of guys will like say something filthy. Right. And if it doesn't go their way, they're like, that was a joke. It's like, that wasn't a joke. You just it didn't get the outcome you wanted. So you're like, I'll just backpedal and be like, it was a joke.
I don't even want to waste my time to see that I'm right that he's going to say it was a joke. He's going to say, I meant it. What he would have to say for forgiveness would be, I did mean it. No, I didn't respect you. Is it worth anything that the relationship just started? But no, it was still wrong. That would never happen. So why ruin my day?
I agree. Completely agree.
So does that mean he's on the show or off the show?
I don't know. I'll think about it.
Yeah, email again. We'll hope it doesn't get lost.
What if I write back like, yes, but all guests must suck my dick in the month of June? Would you like in?
Yeah, just a joke.
Yeah. LOL.
I'm like, oh, you're funny. You must be. I never did that, but you must be a funnier comedian than me. Anyway, today's show is brought to you by Piece of Shit Tacos. Tacos for big fat pieces of shit. You like tacos, right? Not on your face necessarily. I mean.
Ew.
Well, I don't know. Because it has to be brought up. And I don't want to bring it up.
It would be a good podcast,
Done.
though.
Goodbye.
It would be a good podcast, though, would it?
Guess what?
People love conflict.
They do.
Guess what? You try telling a joke at Kyle. It's not funny. So why do you want to be on our show? So either you're overly sexual or you're not funny. So pick one. Don't want either one of your versions in here. Bye.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, you check 2 boxes.
Who cares?
You're out.
Who cares? You're not on our podcast anymore. Oh my God. Call someone.
Yeah, but what do you do when you see him?
I don't know. How are you? I gotta go.
Oh, I thought Keith took care of it. No, keep going. I thought Hunter took care
Oh,
of it.
that's
We'll
a
live
good
our
one.
lives.
That's good.
Matt's in charge of emails now.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't fuck up, Matt.
Yeah, so I'll be the one. I'll be like, sorry, man, you're out. You work for the show? I do.
Oh, you know what? When I run into him, be like, oh, Kyle's our booker now. So you should definitely just go through her.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Ask Kyle if it's okay.
Hopefully he doesn't listen to this episode. He's a big fan of mine.
I hope he does.
Yeah, listen to this episode. Sorry you said dumb shit.
Send it.
Yeah, you idiot.
Forward this email to all skeevy comedians. And
Yeah, right. If you think it's you.com.
yeah, I wonder. Patrick's listening and be like, I wonder.
Right.
Like, there's all these clues, but he hasn't said anything to me.
The only reason I know it's not me because I'm here.
You fucking creep.
Right.
Do I just find everybody he ends up dating and hit on him?
Yeah, good goals.
Yeah.
By the way, it won't be many. Don't worry.
How are you going to find all 2 of those women?
They must live in Astoria because apparently all Astoria comics must sit on his face.
I do. This person, if he is listening, should know that the women are all laughing at you. They talk and they laugh.
Yeah,
at you.
I hope he does listen. This is a nice way for me not to say this in your face,
Well, here's-
which I should be able to.
right. When I see him, I'm gonna go. Oh yeah, we'd love to have you. Are you caught up on shows so you know what's going on?
We actually talked about you in an episode. You're
Right.
going to have to find it, but you'll know. You'll know which one.
You know what we should do is just name this episode his name.
Oh,
Right.
For
boy.
no reason.
Yeah.
What a creep. Hey, when you ran into Andrea, did you have to touch her lower back to talk to her?
Ew.
You never had to touch mine.
Ew.
Well, how's she gonna be able to hear me?
Yeah. That's,
Oh, come on.
I don't think I've ever touched a woman's lower back.
You never felt the need to touch the small of my back?
No, I don't think I ever. Well, you're always sitting down, so I can't. No, I don't know. I don't think I ever have. I've never been the person to be like, that seems very.
You didn't even. You're trying to mime it. You don't even know where to put your hand. Like, what is
Where's
it?
the lower back, actually? I just grab a butt and like, is this your lower back?
Is it like the Midwest and it's on the East?
Yeah. Is this how they shake hands out here?
But isn't it funny? Like, I'm the one. Like, I just don't know how to move on. But women deal with it so much. They're like, you just move on.
Right.
You
Women
know,
are, women are
Henda's-
better than us, Keith.
Henda understandably is fine. Kyle is fine. I'm the one that's being. Come on.
Right.
Well, that's what I hate about, like, sometimes I would come home and be like, hey, this guest was really weird to me, like oddly hitting on me just to kind of keep me in a place, you know, like not even into me, just weird. And he'd be like, that's fucked up. Like, this guy's fucked up. I'm like, wait, why are you acting like this happened to you? It happened to me. And I'm upset about it. This guy can go die in a ditch. I'm not going to, you know, it's fine.
Right.
But, like, we're focusing on the wrong thing.
You're right. Matt, going back to his Twitter, according to the pregnancy test I just took, I'm high as hell. I was looking at your brother showed me his pregnancy test, you know, for the second baby, and it has the thick line. They did something cute. His first baby was holding up the pregnancy test, and it has that thick line and the thinnest, the faintest stubble line.
Not cute, right?
What are we doing, scientists? Why is it never clear?
There's been no advancements in that.
No, he bought the good stuff. He's not going Dwayne Reed over the counter.
Right.
Yeah, he's going, you know, first response, the expensive thing.
Have you heard that, like, if a man, supposedly, I don't know if this is true, but if you're a man and you pee on pee on a pregnancy test,
Right.
if it can change colors and it can be a sign of like some sort of cancer. Have you heard about that?
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't know if it's true, like I said, but I feel like I've heard that.
That's good enough. Retweet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
you
like,
know,
no, you're
Send
not.
out the press release.
Yeah, you're not pregnant, baby. You have cancer. Look into it.
Yeah,
Driving away.
kids are kind of like cancer. No,
I don't know. I feel like if that was true, they'd be like looking at more pee sticks for cancer.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, then they cancer is thousands of dollars for, you know, these cancer sticks. Until they, you know what I mean? Until they make them. But right
Cancer.
now, they can't tell us that that's what it does. It's only $30 to find out you have cancer. What a deal.
I don't know, because the people who are selling that $30 stick would be happy about it. How's your weed intake, speaking of pregnancy?
it's been pretty good. I have stopped smoking throughout the week, unless it's like late at night. I'm done with everything. I don't smoke during the day anymore unless it's like a special occasion or whatever. Which, I mean, I haven't done that in a while. So,
Right.
but it's good because it's been saving me money. My weed lasts longer. And I get high now. I used to not, you smoke enough weed and you're like, I don't even feel this anymore.
That's great.
Yeah, it's great. I feel
That's
very
awesome.
good. So
There's a couple good stipulations.
yeah, I feel like I've really reined it in. I haven't been doing drugs or anything anymore. It's been very nice. Not that I was like, I hate when people, you can't talk about that. People are like, I'm a drug addict. That's like, I used to just do recreational stuff and I haven't really done that anymore either. So
Does
that's
that
good.
lower your libido or change it anyway?
I mean, it depends on what drug we're talking about. I'm going to do mushrooms on 4th of July for sure. But I don't really think that's a drug, really.
Yeah, legalized in
Or decriminalized.
yeah.
Yeah, you can have it, just don't have it.
Right. You shouldn't, but if you do, we won't ruin your life.
It's illegal to sell it or buy it, but you can do those things.
Right. So
Somehow get it,
Right.
and then you're good. Once you have it, you're no longer illegal, I think.
You can't have it, but you can have it. You can't sell it, but sell it. You know, how else would you get it to people? And don't buy it, but buy it.
Sell
Right.
them a keychain, and then it comes with mushrooms.
yeah, exactly. That's
Matt,
So you were on acid last 4th of July, right?
yes, I was.
you
Was
do
I?
it every year?
I don't, but I think it's kind of becoming a tradition. I have done it like the last 3 years.
Well, the reason I know is because Andrea told me because she ran into you and was fucking with you, which is fucked up, Andrea.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I do remember that. We were on a rooftop, you kept watching these trains. We could see them in the distance. We were just watching these trains, and I was on mushrooms and acid at the same time.
Did you feel her fucking with you, or
No, I knew what she was trying to do. It's not my first time on drugs. I knew what you were doing.
doesn't bother
We
you?
had a good conversation. No,
Okay.
it's fine.
Well,
I was like, I'm on a drug. It's fine. You can't.
What'd she do? Act like a dragon or something?
I don't remember honestly, but I just remember we were on a rooftop. And she was trying to mess with my mind and use her words.
Did she tell you can pee on a pregnancy test and find out if you have testicular cancer?
She did actually. That's how I found out.
Matt tweeted out, "Oh yeah, well I had 3 of my ribs removed so I can suck my own ass." How about that?
I like my tweets. These are good.
Yeah,
You have good taste.
Thank you. Let me mention this. Hello Fresh. This is what I use to cook.
Will you go from that tweet to this?
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, you're talking about eating.
Okay. All right.
All right. I use HelloFresh, a meal kit delivery service that shops, plans, delivers step-by-step recipes and pre-measured ingredients. So you just cook, eat, and enjoy. And I'll tell you what, true story. I never made HelloFresh and not had sex that day.
Wow.
That's a true story. And to be clear, consensual. HelloFresh makes conquering the kitchen a reality with deliciously simple recipes. I'm done in about 20 minutes with some of these meals.
Yeah, they make it easy. First of all, they divide it up. You know, like the other meal preps. You know, they
They do what they
everything in a
do,
box,
kind
yeah.
of. Thank you. So, but this meal prep, we don't talk about other meal preps.
Oh, sorry.
Okay? Because they're out of my life. Okay? HelloFresh will give you your 3 meals, let's say. That's the way I play it. And it's all bagged up, so you can easily just put it in the fridge. Not like these other meal preps that rape you. Kind of, please. 3 plans to choose from: classic, veggie, and family, with the option to switch between for when your tastes change. Yeah, you're not locked in. You grow, people. Come on now.
Palates change.
Yes, palates do change. All meals come together in 30 minutes max, call for less than 2 pots and pans, and require minimal cleanup. That's true, too.
That's the best part.
Once I had one of these meal plans, these other meal plans, I had to burn my house down. Made such a mess. We don't
It
talk
was in
about
the
that.
instructions, though. What can you do?
Kenda, please. Easy, delicious, fantastic. All right. Let's see. Get $80 off your first month of HelloFresh. How about that? Go to HelloFresh.com/KATG80 and enter KATG80. Okay, that's HelloFresh.com/KATG80 and enter KATG80. It's like receiving 8 meals free, or you get $20 off your first boxes. However you do the math, you're going to save, and I guarantee you're going to love it. My girlfriend, Kyle, loves it. Loves it.
It's good for date night.
Yes.
Yeah.
It sounds great.
You know what I'm hearing she doesn't love? My Crocs. She's pretty clear. And I don't wear them out to funerals. Right?
Should wear them out anywhere.
Well, I just have them in my house, but I love Crocs. They're sandals that stay on your feet.
It sounds like you're going into another ad, but you're not.
Right, Crocs, people.
Really?
No,
I love them. I fucking love them.
It's odd. It's odd. Why are you so offended by Crocs? Because you people can't have anything nice. Wouldn't it be nice to have Velcro again? Stop trying to ruin Crocs.
Tevas. Get Tevas.
Teva?
Yeah, okay. You guys figure out how to pronounce it, and then I'll buy it. But right now, I know how to pronounce Crocs, and there's nothing better.
They don't know how to spell Crocs. Is it spelled right? Croks or CS?
Who knows? No one knows.
No one knows.
Okay.
Lost to the sands of time.
Well, you guys hate these Crocs. I don't get it. I don't get the
hate 'em.
passion for it. I think society makes you say that. And
I think because initially their design was so gross. Like, and it's the ones that I have. I have that design. I also have other designs of Crocs.
they're blocky.
Yeah, well, it had those like holes on top. It made no sense.
And a strap on the back.
Yeah,
You don't have those?
It makes perfect
he
sense.
does have those.
It has the holes in them because then you can wear them on the beach. Sand's getting in them. You just throw them in the water and they're clean. The holes are the beautiful part of it.
Yeah, you're not. I mean, I think Crocs. Look, Matt's gonna throw up, but I think Crocs are so good.
I didn't know flip flops were so difficult.
They are so difficult.
They have flip flops. I have Croc flip flops.
Okay, listen.
It's like a
hold on.
platter and then a thing on the top.
Let me tell you something, you fucking liar. You don't believe this.
I do. I stand by it. Look at these shoes. You think I'm wearing Crocs? Look at these.
Those are shoes.
Yeah, these are nice.
Right. We're talking, what's that bullshit you just said? Flip-flops.
Flip flops.
Okay, you can't walk normal in those. They're always falling off. And I bet your toes look like a fucking ballet dancers. They pop in between your big and second toe. That's so fucking comfortable. Eat dicks. You're lying. You're
I'm not lying.
I
No.
love flip flops. You fucking
I have
fuck. You try to take flip flops and walk up a mountain. I can climb with my Crocs.
No, you cannot.
Of course I can, because they stay on like regular shoes. You dumb shit. Flip flops.
No.
What happened to flip flops? Are they so hard?
I have
Yeah.
Adidas slides, and they are very comfortable.
What are those?
There's a slide. They don't go between your toe. It's
They're
like
the kind that have like the thick
strap
thing
over
on
the
top.
Adidas slides. I wear them. They're nice. I don't have to. I'm not running in them. They're easy to clean.
Yeah, how do you clean them?
Water, just water. They're like.
Can I point out that before we started the show, and this is a little behind the scenes shit, Matt and I were talking, and Keith, when I talk to a guest sometimes before the show, he thinks I'm getting like all aggressive, so he'll be like, "Don't fucking rip on Matt," like right away, and I'm just like, me and Matt have a good time, fuck him.
Yeah.
So, and then now you're calling him a fucking asshole every second.
Yeah, I think the words were dumb shit.
Listen, retard. I'm looking at Adidas.
Only my mom can call me that.
No, she's rating in.
Okay, good.
I'm looking at these Adidas slides. They'd fall right off. That's dumb. You're a liar.
What do you mean they're gonna fall off?
Shut up.
What are you running marathons in these?
You're acting like I never wore these different kinds of shoes.
They're fine. Both are fine. I don't know what you guys are arguing about. Flip-flops are great. Crocs make great flip-flops. They feel like air. Your slide-ons are great. Your fucking Crocs are great. None of you are going to win any awards for your style. Calm down and live your life.
This is Henda.
Yeah.
Coming in when two people are fighting on the street. No. Not worth my time. No, flip-flops do not stay on. I don't know why she has to make sure everybody's okay. Of course she has cancer. Let things breathe, Henda.
Because I'm on your side. I wear Crocs.
You're on everybody's side.
course I am.
Well, how the fuck can that happen? How can you be on everyone's
Just
side?
listen a little.
I follow. Slides are... Then get Adidas sliders! Get Adidas sliders. You love them so fucking
Sliders.
much. She won't have them in 25 years, I promise you. But somehow you're right, too.
Yeah.
She has the Crocs and can't even, not even support me. Let me be. No, they're dumb with holes. What? This is my teammate?
I didn't say that.
No, you said you love them. You said it has the stupid design of holes.
They look stupid, but I love them.
Okay,
So what? Look stupid. You look stupid anyway.
This is my lawyer.
That's their ad. You look stupid anyway. Why not wear Crocs?
All right,
Does that
no,
sound like a very positive thing?
enjoy your sliders, okay? Of course you don't go on dates. I wouldn't show up in those either.
I don't wear flip-top.
Nobody wears them, you fucking bullshit artist.
You don't wear slides on a date? I've never been
Oh.
on a date to wear flip. You wear your Crocs on a date?
Sure.
You have a girlfriend and I don't? Maybe they're working.
I have a Croc suit.
You have a Crocs suit?
Yeah.
It's a suit of armor.
Yeah. That lets me breathe. A lot of holes in
All
it.
those holes.
Now, my girlfriend tried to burn the Crocs, but joke's on her. They don't burn.
Yeah.
She's so upset about them.
She throws them out. They magically appear by my bed the next morning like a horror movie.
I'll give you this. You've had those Crocs for over a decade.
Easily.
Oh, cool.
Same Crocs.
Oh.
I like when things wear out in 2 months. It means I'm fashionable. Why's my bank account empty?
I never said that. Hey, I got a lot of zeros at the end of mine.
Yeah, but it's all zeros. Okay?
Damn it, you're right. I took a car here. It was a Cadillac, all right?
Oh my God.
Crocs?
Yeah. My brain, I think I had a stroke just now.
What upsets you more, that people think Crocs are shoe wear, or that Alabama's going the way of Georgia and banning all abortion, including rape?
Fun fact, Crocs, the state shoe of Alabama. I don't know if you knew that.
It's the what? The state
The
shoe.
state shoe of Alabama,
I did not
yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
Alabama Senate passes a bill to ban nearly all abortions. The only time they wouldn't ban it is if the baby would kill the mother. But assuming the baby would not kill the mother, rape isn't an excuse to not have an abortion
But that
or
killed
to have
me.
an abortion.
What does killing mean?
It
You
means
know what I mean?
literally killing. Yes.
That's what I do on stage.
Like if I was raped, does that mean like you killed me a little, or
Yeah, we don't
like
got
killing,
time.
Killing softly doesn't count.
I'm sure they got time for poetry. The vote was 25-6. It goes to the governor for signature.
Yeah,
but
people in Alabama love the Fugees.
right.
So 25. Oh, we're going with the Fugees for
I thought
killing me
that-
softly.
I thought
Cool,
that's
cool,
what you were
cool,
going
cool.
for.
Not the original person.
All right.
I don't know
Kenda,
the
this is
original.
why I texted you earlier.
Okay, so
What?
whatever.
I don't know if I know the original.
I forget who it was, but yeah, it was like
Oh,
70s.
okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say Lauryn Hill. Maybe I would. I'm sorry. I apologize. Matt, I've been being very aggressive at you.
That's okay.
I'm sorry that you enjoy it. So 25, what was the vote?
25-6.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Any women voting that way? Do you know? Are there any women voting?
I heard somebody call this, Georgia, now Alabama, Y'all-Qaeda. And that's a great point. All these countries that you would be disgusted with how they treat women. You don't see what you're doing right here.
Right.
You're simple. You know nothing about women's bodies. You don't know how long 6 weeks is. And you're a stone. Rape isn't an abortion excuse. It's the way it's how I was saying the other day. It's these people that are like, well, the way the world should be, right? You work hard, you get the dream. You don't kill babies. You don't have sex if you don't want to get a baby. As if you never had an unfair break after working hard. Life never slammed you down. Like you said no to sex as a kid. Look at how you live. That's how you make the laws, the way people live. Not some made-up world where, sex is going to be consensual. Everybody's going to be ready for a baby. They're going to have the baby. Look at your life.
Right. Nothing goes as planned.
Make the laws accordingly. It's how people, I get it. I used to think that way too. Then I was 20-something and my brain finished forming. And you see how people live. You don't say no condoms in schools and no sex ed. Just don't have sex. Look at your life. What did you do? As if I didn't get laid at 16 because there weren't condoms in schools. I don't think it matters.
Also, where's the responsibility for the sperm haver? You know what I mean? Like, once I do keep this baby, you think that your law is just going to get this person responsible. But I'm pretty sure if they're not there at birth and they don't put their name on that birth certificate, they have no parental anything. So not only do they not have rights to the baby, but I don't have rights to their parenting along with me. So you're really just putting it on me. Not only do I have to have this baby, but I don't have the support of this other person who definitely got me pregnant.
Right.
You should, when you say I to this bill, you should have to say, I'm a dork. That's what they should call this, the dork bill.
I would not be surprised if everybody or half the people who voted have gotten an abortion.
Of course.
Or have, and by the way, we're getting abortions behind your backs. If you are anti-abortion and you got me pregnant, God, I want to say the name right there, I fucking aborted your baby, bitch. Fuck you. Oh, you're anti-abortion, but you went raw dog? Good morning. Get the fuck out of here.
I like when she goes for the coffee right after. It's like slamming the gavel.
That's how you That's how you drop a mic on a podcast.
And take care of yourself.
Yeah.
There are guys trying to stop their partners from going to get an abortion, just swearing up and down that they will absolutely take care of this baby. But you didn't take care of last month's rent. Prove something. Right. Actually, I think everyone should have an abortion unless you can prove that you can fucking take care of this baby.
Ooh, that's all right.
What's happening?
Right.
Well, and if you want me to have this baby, then you take care of it too.
I need bank statements.
So what's next? Kentucky? What's the next state?
I don't know. Georgia?
Georgia's there. Alabama's here now.
Georgia,
Is Kentucky next?
Mississippi?
Oklahoma?
I'm seeing a pattern with these long names. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yep.
I'm a new Keith and the Girl listener, says Veronica. Thanks to my friend Christy Mellon in Chicago. All right, Christy.
Thank you, Christy.
Christy has tried to get me to listen to the show for a while, but to be honest, your back catalog seemed too overwhelming to me.
Our big dick scares you.
We should change the numbers. We're at 3,000 something. Just say it's number 3.
Yeah. Don't worry, you'll be caught up.
When she suggested your other podcast, My Opening Line, I gave it a go since you have less than 100 episodes there.
So few.
It turns out My Opening Line is the gateway to Keith and the Girl. I fell in love with you and your guests on My Opening Line and needed more after I binged all the episodes in 1 week. Now I look at your episode count and I think, will this be enough? Keith and the Girl for life. Thank you, Christy. Love, Veronica. How sweet.
That's sweet. Shout out to Christy.
Courtney says, Keith, Hemda, Andrea, and Bianca. I'm waiting to apologize to you all. I can't believe it took me this long to get a VIP account. Keith, I listened to Bajames, and then in parentheses, are you fucking kidding me? Episode. This is where I would get drunk with the guest. And could not believe it. You were not exaggerating one bit. Then I had to listen to Andrea's episode. And she
just said no.
Yeah, and she was everything. Andrea, you said that it's your most embarrassing moment. And I'd like to give you a standing ovation for high drama and entertainment. I am now a Hot Mess super fan thanks to the My Name is Keith episode you did. And finally, Bianca, sweet/evil Bianca, is my new favorite personality. The week is not over until I hear all the behind the scenes that Bianca draws out of you both. Sneaky, sneaky. Kenda, I'll be at your What's My Name shows soon. Nice. I love being Keith and the Girl VIP. #VIP forever. Courtney.
I love how he mumbles through it. I love being VIP. Okay, Keith, maybe other people want to hear it.
She loves it.
He loves it.
Can't get enough of it.
KeithandTheGirl.com/VIP. It's our premium program, and it helps keep the show going.
We talk, of course, about the last week's shows, the behind-the-scenes stuff, how the guest was, what did him and I text in secret ahead of time.
Oh, cool.
You know, in case she doesn't call me out, we let it out there on the 6th show. We talked about, let's see, I'm looking at the show comments right now. Bianca wrote, "It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Xerxes is in the hot seat. Does he know what pizza is? Listen to find out." So it's all right there. We covered, of course, the episode that was called The Wet Spot. We talked about you and Xerxes, the relationship forming and disgusting things forming on your bed. It's all there. Then the show with Kyle, Not Your Father's Sexual Position, where we went over all the emails from between my dad and me being my fake ex-wife. That was very exciting. Then it was with Jessica Watkins, Oh Bother. Winnie the Pooh apparently is nasty. And we explained to dum-dums why do victims wait so long to complain about being raped. In case it really confuses you, listen to that. And then Shula G with Shuli Agar. We talked about Howard Stern, talked about family, and Shuli had more advice on what to send my dad about emails.
And
how to get a dick pic from my dad.
In this episode of last week on Keith and the Girl, I figured out how to tell if Keith likes a guest, and I let the audience know.
There you have it. Yeah, I got a new email from my dad where I stopped writing and usually went back and forth. And I'm like, okay, is he going to be thirsty enough to have to write again? And it took about a week, but he did. And he started with, "Did the religious talk scare you away?" So you would think for a second, if no one's encouraging him, he can stop and go, "Whoa, I was out of line contacting Keith Sachs. There's so many clues looking back, such as, how is this okay we're doing this, Father Malley?" Keith's very happy with Kyle and those 3 children that she has. But no, he couldn't help it. Did I scare you away? And fake Catherine wrote, "Commitment doesn't scare me. I've been thinking of the best way to win Keith back. I know honesty and trust, both of which I can provide, are essential, and you've mentioned his sensitivity. What do you specifically think are some best ways to get him to understand I love him and to remember what we had? As his dad, what have you seen that lights him up?" And he said,
"Now, when you write this as your ex-wife to your father, are you do you expect a certain answer back?"
No.
No, you don't have
I couldn't.
this is what my father would say to woo me.
At this point, I can't understand where anything's going to come from. He found an 86 number in Fake Cat's email and
thought it was a sexual position
and explained how dirty that was and that it needs to be removed immediately, if not sooner. Then she said, "Well, that was my birth date. I don't know what you mean." And he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, but you still should have known that. Anyway, shall we continue?"
Well, ignorance is not an excuse.
Right. Already, putting it on the other person. No, I have no idea where these emails can go. It almost doesn't matter. I'm going to send the Eiffel Tower picture next. See what happens. It doesn't matter.
Is it good that it doesn't matter, or?
I need to keep it exciting. So, I'll try to get controversial or spicy, but you really can't tell.
Okay.
I'm not sure how to answer that, he said. If I did know, what excites Keith, I'm sure that I would have gone that route a long time ago. I could tell you that I believe once he gets very acquainted with her children, with Kyle's children, and they with him, it may be a done deal, which he used in quotes earlier, saying it's not a done deal yet with Kyle. So he's saying, hey, we might have a chance to break them up, but we got to do it fast. Because once Mother's Day just happened, that was a strike against us. Come on, Father's Day, you might get a card. Keith might get a card,
right.
So we got to fucking get in there. That's what he's saying. You lived a married life with him for 3 years. If you do not know how to answer that better than I, what exactly was the relationship between the two of you? And now,
sassy,
right,
purely sexual.
Right. Well,
oh.
Well, who knows what's going on in his head? Is it purely sexual? Were there no feelings of any kind? Was it abusive? His brain goes into crazy places.
Right.
So who knows? So we put this poll up. It is a Last Week on Keith and the Girl exclusive poll, and you'll find it on the forums, and you can play along. It says, what should be not Kat's next email to Keith's dad? All right? So far, at 12%, Keith never thought I was pretty. At 0%, have you ever drank piss?
Wow. What a turn.
At 6%, and this one's my favorite, actually. The other clit, I went cock to a play, and the performers we're talking about.
What?
So you're reading this, of course, and you would read, the other clit, I went cock to a play, and the performers blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
And then he would have to acknowledge, did he just read clit and cock?
I think I'm voting that one.
I enjoyed that
Are
one.
we getting goofy or what?
Yeah. 0% is Keith's thinking about an abortion.
Oh.
Aye.
Yeah, that's 0%.
Winning right now, 53%. I'm ashamed the way I handled the relationship. Anything you're most ashamed of.
Ooh.
23%. You never scared me off. Oh no, Daddy, never. Anyway,
like
have
that
you
one.
ever? Blah, blah, blah.
I like that one.
That
I
has
like
0%,
that
is that what you said?
0%.
Wow.
No. I'm sorry. That was all.
23%.
23%. You never scared me off. Oh no, Daddy, never.
Every time.
That is an escalation.
And at 6%, other. Explain below.
I think I'm going to go with the daddy one.
That is, you never scared me off. Oh no, Daddy, never.
Oh,
Anyway,
Daddy. Eee.
which one's your favorite, Andrea? What popped into your head? We have the click cock. Keith never thought I was pretty.
I've never seen people cringe so much.
What are you most ashamed of? Keith's thinking about an abortion.
Nah.
You ever drink piss? That's the one. All right. A Florida judge on Monday forbade prosecutors from using Robert Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots. They will not allow the video of him getting sex work done from human trafficking. It's not just regular sex he was having. This was human trafficking. The women did not want to be there when he was getting jerked off. To be clear, that's where the no pun, the rub comes in. They will not use the video in the courtroom. They're saying the judge says that when they put in the video cameras, it wasn't done 100% on the up and up. It's not right that other people went to this place and there's video cameras in there and said to drop it. So plead not guilty. You don't have the tape? I'm not guilty. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Well, we have you on tape. No, you don't.
Do you?
Yeah. You sure you do? It doesn't sound like you do.
Yeah, what's he going to go to jail? He's not. What, for a hand job? That's not what these people go to jail for.
The judge says, the fact that some totally innocent women and men had their entire lawful time spent in a massage room fully recorded is unacceptable. Now,
Well, is this the part that's unacceptable?
right. Now, I've seen pictures of this place. As soon as you go in there, if you go in there once and somehow didn't know, you're immediately turned off. The women are living there, eating off of hot plates. It's disgusting. You know what's happening here. But what's exciting, picture you're a jerk off, again, no pun, and you don't have $1 million lawyer, but you're caught up in this scandal. You're like, thank you, Robert Kraft.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
right. The cameras were too much. All right,
I said
idiot.
when I walked in, I stand by it today.
Right. Show the tape. Oh, you can?
Yeah.
He also ruled that detectives cannot testify about what they saw on the video. You can't even talk about this video.
It's like The Ring.
Yeah.
Could the worker do it? Could she talk? Or
I guess
she,
not. I guess the whole...
She probably doesn't have ability to speak at all in this life.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Kraft, 77, had pleaded not guilty, of course, to misdemeanor soliciting of a prostitute. But in the video, there's a blow job, there's a hand job. It's all in the video.
All the jobs.
The judge has been given box seats for life. Oh, good for him.
Oh, man, you do that every time. And I fall for it every time.
Oh, that guy's going to be a couple of Patriots games you're going to see.
He's fine. He'll be fine.
Yeah, of course.
It's more of a service to the people. I mean, no one wants to see that video. Right? Robert Kraft, gross.
I don't want to see it, but right. But if it's not there, all right, good. A British rail company was forced to apologize after one of its operators accidentally broadcast porn over a train intercom. The Southwestern Railway worker apparently accessed the skin flick while a mic was still hot.
Okay.
I would love to hear his excuses, though. I thought I heard that too.
Yeah.
That's the craziest thing. Must be interference. And he makes up kids. He makes up lies like a dumb kid would. He's like, sometimes you get radio interference on a mixer.
Yeah. That wasn't my point. I was holding it for a friend.
Right. I didn't go to science class. I don't know how it. Maybe we passed someone's house.
Yeah. Oh, radios.
I mean, the whole train's covered in metal. So.
You ever find it amazing how, as adults, we're just fucking walking hornballs?
Ugh.
We are just disgusting.
Every morning, every night.
Yeah. Just everything.
Dusk till dawn.
Everything we do has to do with our private parts. Like, how can we get off?
Mad Bachus is on Twitter.
No? Not you, Andrea? Okay.
And Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Under his name, of course. The website, mattbachussucks.com.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's the only one available. What are you going to do?
MattBachus.com was taken.
And that's it. Matt, I love you, man.
You guys are so much fun. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
I really appreciate you guys having me on. It's always a good time. Hopefully the people listening agree.